What's up everyone, welcome back to the Coral Reef Talk. In today's episode, we're celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the 125-gallon reef tank. Welcome back to the Coral Reef Talk channel. If you're brand new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button and checking the bell icon so that you're notified every single time I make a new video. Now, we're celebrating the 1-year anniversary of this reef tank, which was on February 7th. So I know this video is coming out after that date, but it's a little over a year old. So we're gonna take a look in this video at how this tank got its start, some of the battles and issues that I've faced up until this point, and then we'll dive in and take a close look at some of the livestock and corals that I have in this tank. So I'm excited to share with you this video, so let's just jump right into it. Okay, so if you recall, we transferred everything over from my 210-gallon reef tank to this 125-gallon SC aquarium. And I also built my own stand for this tank, and I made a whole series of videos that show you how I built the stand and how I made the transfer. The playlist is going to be in the description below and at the end of the video, so make sure you check it out. Now here's the tank once everything made the transfer. Look at how clean the new sand bed is. Look how nice all the corals are looking. Now this is when I first started ordering my corals from Reef Tide. Just look at that Riddler bounce mushroom and that Recordia. Everything seemed happy, everything was fresh. Oh, and look at that small colony of Captain Jerk zoas. Here's what the colony looks like today. These zoas are growing, some might say out of control. They are growing everywhere. There's some on the left side of the tank, the right side of the tank, in the middle of the tank. So yeah, these guys are fast growers. Looking back on this footage, I'm just amazed. Wow, it was so clean. And then of course it went through the ugly stages. I went through cyanobacteria, red planaria, and dinos, which took me like 3 months to overcome, trying various bacteria products, siphoning the sand, lowering the intensity of my lighting, and finally the tank overcame the dinos. Oh hey, you know who else is celebrating their anniversary? That's right, Reef Tide Aquariums is celebrating their anniversary, so I suggest you head on over to reeftide.com and check out their awesome selection of corals. They have so many coral to choose from, so if you're looking to pick up 1 coral frag, 2, maybe 3 new coral frags for your tank, head on over there today, reeftide.com. And if you want to save some money on your order, then use the code TheCoralReefTalk15, and that will save you 15% off your entire purchase. So the Coral Reef Talk 15, save some money, reeftide.com. And now back to the episode. Okay, so here's the current state of the reef tank. Now the toadstools have not been happy for a while. They're doing what toadstools do. So I'm not sure what's going on with them. This guy is not happy because the 2 Ocellaris clowns have been hosting him, so they've been rubbing up against him, doing their thing all up in there, and he's not wanting to come out. I will say I am very happy with these Blastos. All 3 came from Reef Tide, and this Sangria Blasto here on the left, they're just amazing. I love the red color, and the other 2 Blastos, they're loving the tank right now. Now I've started dosing kalkwasser to keep my pH up, and so far I'm very happy with the results. Now you notice some frag stands and frag plugs are knocked over. Well, that's because of the fighting conch. This guy leaves a path of destruction behind him no matter where he goes, and it's partly my fault because I just have frags scattered across the sand bed. Either I just didn't have time to get them in the tank, and so I just put them in the sand bed for now, or I just haven't picked out the perfect spot for them yet. I also have a really cool blue Japanese toadstool that I got from Odd Animal Corals, and it's starting to do better and grow as well. And I also picked up a Christata Coral here from Reef Tide. This guy's awesome. It's like a short tentacle frog spawn or torch coral, and it's also a part of the Euphyllia family. Now this guy is one of my favorite mushrooms in the tank. This is the Island Vibe mushroom. It's just got an awesome green and red to it. Very cool mushroom. Can't wait for this one to grow out and multiply. It's going to look really awesome in the reef tank. And that green mushroom right next to it just really pops. Easily two of my favorite mushroom corals in the tank. Now I also had to show you guys the anemones over here where the skunk clownfish hang out. There's 3 green bubble tip anemones. Now they don't have their bubbles anymore, but they're pretty big anemones. There's one there to your right, one over here in the center getting all the flow, and then one to his left. There's my hand in front to get some scale, but they're really much bigger than even that. Now another thing with this tank is I have a ton of Kenya tree coral. They are everywhere, and on this side of the tank is like my Kenya tree garden, or actually this is just where I put all of my Kenya trees to get them out of the way. I should probably remove some or give some away, but there's also a lot of eggs and stuff over here. I'm guessing those are snail eggs going on. Something's happening, but that is the crowded corner of the reef tank. And here's the sailfin tang and the yellow tang. So as you can see, all the corals just lining my sand bed until I pick the perfect spot for them. So I have a few fish in this tank. I have the sailfin tang and the yellow tang, and I have this hawkfish that I've had for a long time, and he kind of likes to perch and stare at me and watch me. So he's always kind of like, what are you doing? What are you about to do? Are you gonna do something? Are you gonna feed me? What's going on? He's always watching, this guy. There's also 2 skunk clownfish in the anemones, 2 ocellaris clownfish that hang out by the toadstools. There's a pajama cardinal fish that likes to hang out on the anemone side, and he just cruises back and forth on that side, and somehow he doesn't ever get in trouble with the anemone, which is a good thing. And I also have a 6-line wrasse cruising around, picking out the rocks and keeping things clean. So a total of 9 fish in the aquarium right now. I am thinking about adding more fish, maybe a Midas blenny or a leopard wrasse, something like that. Let me know in the comments below your experience with those fish. And oh, before I end the video, I almost forgot, I wanted to show the Riddler bounce mushroom from Reef Tide. It's multiplied. There's multiple mushrooms here now, and look at this cute little bubble right there. It's a little bounce off the top right there. So things are growing and things are looking pretty good right now. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this look at the 125-gallon reef tank. It's been quite the year with its ups and downs, but I'm excited at where we're going with this reef tank. So it's looking pretty good right now. I just need to organize some of the corals and put them in their place, and I'm excited about dosing the kalkwasser and keeping that pH elevated so that the corals are happier and healthier. Again, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button so you're following along in the journey as well. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time on the Coral Reef Talk.